Woo! What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Caught me off guard there for a second. Usually my computer takes me a couple seconds to kick in. It just kicked in. You guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up, man. I put the link. I put the link in Twitter. Anybody on ISN, if you guys didn't get, I don't even know if I even told you guys on the Vox. Sorry, man. But the link's up on Twitter. Whoever wants to join in can join up, man, guys, on ISN or anybody who ever wants to join me, man, on one of these shows. Come on in, man. Let me know. Let me know. We can do the Twitter exchange or whatever, man, and I can send it to you guys through Twitter. I can send it to your DM. You guys come on, man. We can shoot the bull, man. We can do whatever. Have some fun with it, man. Jamie Ward, what's up, brother? How you doing? Vash Starman in the building. What's up, bro? Hey, look, it's me, Mark Orum's Forum. What's up? Johnny Dundare, that's my boy right there. What's up, Johnny D, man? Big game tonight, buddy. Montreal. I probably will be saying a few things about it before anybody joins on here because you Americans don't like to talk hockey. I've noticed that, man, and it's kind of weird. Big West, what's up? Big West, what's up, buddy? What's up, Cat Munchers? There you go. Tim Monroe, what's up, bro? How you doing, bud? MJ and I wish you a good show, buddy. That's my dad and his girl. What's up, Dad? I love you. Love you, MJ. What's going on? I'll get to your question in a minute, Pops. Not a chance to make the playoffs, Jonathan Dare, clearly stating. Bryce S. Woo, what's up, man? Alan Dana, how's it going, brother? How you doing? Todd Super Ginger, haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Good to see you, bro. What's up, Mark Malak? What's up, Marco? Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? I like it. I don't know how you say it. Malash? How do you say that, bro? Woo, Jonathan there. That's my boy right there. Yeah, man. Both those Montreal Canadiens, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. I never thought that these guys would be there, okay? I never thought that we'd be there, and I think my boy Jonathan Derrick can concur with that. I think he can agree with me. We beat Toronto Maple Leafs. Nobody gave us a shot, even though Toronto big. They just can't get past the first round. I don't know what's going on over there, man. With that, it's like the Detroit Lions curse, man. It's like somebody cursed you guys. Who cursed you over there, man? Was it Daryl Sittler or something, man? Matt Sundin? Like, I don't know what's going on over there, man. But we beat Toronto. Shouldn't have beat them. Beat the Jets. I thought we had a little bit of a chance against the Jets, but we shouldn't have beat them. Tell you the truth, and we swept them. We just dismantled the Jets, and now we're playing Vegas. No one's giving us a shot. People thought, in 4 or 5, it's going to obviously go. It's going to for sure go 6. That's 2-2 tied up. But I just want to say one thing about this third series that we're in. This is actual the conference champion, whatever they call it. This is absolutely abysmal. The refereeing, the refereeing is terrible. If you guys watch hockey, I hope you do, man, because I won't make it long-winded, but it's just been terrible. I've never seen anything like it. We won game 3. It's like Corey Perry getting sticked in the face, hits from behind, boarding. I guess boarding doesn't exist anymore in the NHL. And then you'll have the guys. You'll have that odd guy that say, "Well, it's playoff hockey. It's playoff hockey. Suck it up, Buttercup." Actually, no. I don't need to suck it up, man. Call it. Like, you know what I mean? Call the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just going to call random penalties, stupid penalties, and then you're just going to let some stuff go. You're going to call ticky-tack this. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like Montreal is getting hosed, okay? Especially the last 2 games with the refereeing. Now, Robert Leonard, the goalie for Vegas, played awesome. Played off his butt, man. Last 2 days ago, played great. So I'm not too mad, but the non-calls, Suzuki getting punched in the face, by the way, okay, punched in the face in front of a referee, no calls. I don't know what the heck's going on with my glasses, man. I'm gonna throw them through the window in a minute. I'm gonna throw them through the window. So punched in the face, no call. Who else? Lehkonen getting boarded. Bunch of Montreal Canadiens getting boarded. We can do a little hook that we get thrown in the box. And I hate complaining about penalties like that. But, man, make the call. Like, call it. It doesn't make any sense if you don't make that call. Like, then they got the conspiracy theorists out there saying nobody wants a Canadian team in the playoffs, man. It just I don't know about that. I can't get on board with conspiracy theorists, man, because they drive me insane to begin with. So it's like, don't know what's really going on there. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't. It shouldn't change though, Big West. Nobody knows what to play. I'm at least one, so take it easy. But hey, man, hey, that's your problem, buddy. That you're a Leafs fan, my man. I'm sorry you're a Leafs fan, Big West. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I got to give it to you guys, man, because all we do is hear how you guys are going to be winning the cup every year. You know what I mean? But NHL changes the rules should not change in the playoffs, man. Like, yes, you can get away with a little bit of stuff. Let some stuff go. But if you're going to do that, do it for every single game. Not just, don't pick and choose. The last 2 games of this Montreal-Vegas series, man, has been abysmal. And then when you got the panel, you got Rob McLean, you got Kev Bieksa, and who's the other guy? Kelly Rudy. You got those guys talking about it, man, then it's something real. Because they try to curb that stuff, man. They try to curb that crap, man. And they talked about it in the first period, last game, and then they stopped. Because I tell you, because I will go into a little bit of conspiracy theorist mode right now and say, because they were told to stop. Guaranteed they were told to stop, man. Stop talking about the refs. It's not what we want to hear. Talk about something else. But Montreal, they're in that 3rd series, man. We're in big. We're not supposed to beat Vegas. Tonight's a huge game. Game 4, Game 5, it's all tied up, 2-2. Let's go, Habs, man. Let's go. I just want to get that off my chest, man. That nobody really cares because nobody likes hockey. So, Leafs, Lions, and Leafs fan, I suck, bro. Yeah, I hear you. I'm a Montreal fan. I've suffered for years, too. I've suffered for years. I've saw a couple cups, though. You know what I mean? I've seen it. 93 was the last one. That was 20. Before that, was it 87? So, was it 87? I forget, man. But I've seen a couple. But, man, I'm a Tigers fan, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a Pistons fan. Seen some championships, though, but we've suffered a long time, bro. We've suffered a long time. Being a Lions fan, you should be used to bad, right? I'm not, though, 9 drinks. How's it going, buddy? How you doing, bro? I'm not used to it, though. You know, you would think being a Lions fan, I'd be okay. You know what I mean? And you know what? I do kind of have a little bit of a thicker skin when it comes to reffing, man. But, man, I just want to see it across the board, even across the board. If you're going to be dog crap, if you're going to be a pile of dung, do it across the whole series. Don't just pick a couple games, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. I want some fairness. That's all. Now tonight, since the referees have been getting blasted for 3-4 days in a row, I guarantee you these referees are going to call everything tonight. I just got a feeling everything's going to get called. Everything. Just going to try to make up for all these bad calls. Go Habs, baby. That's right, man. That's right. Go Habs. What's up, Marco? You're doing great. Let's do this. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, man. So everybody can hear me. That's good. All right, man. Wanted to get that Habs stuff off my chest. It was fast over you guys. Only took about 8 minutes of your time. I know a lot of you guys don't like to talk hockey, and that's understandable. That's cool. That's cool. You're Wings fans. Whoops, that was another shot. I had to do that. I had to do it. But I did write a couple things down, and I feel like right now, with we're on June 22nd, right? June 22nd. It seems like we're in kind of like this repeat mode. We're a little bit like this repeat mode. You know, OTAs ended minicamp, this short 3-day minicamp ended up. It's done. It's done. And now it's like we don't have nothing going on for like a month. Nothing's going on for a month except seeing NFL players getting shot, NFL players getting arrested, and NFL players coming out. And that's fine. You know what I mean? All that's fine. But there's no real football news. You know what I mean? There's no football news, man. Like I could talk about guys getting shot. I could talk about guys getting arrested. Talk about all that stuff if you guys want to. But I did write a couple things down with on my little board, on my little thing here. I got tons of these books, man, that I do all my research on, and I have fun with it, man. It's great. And I did write a couple questions down, but I just feel like we're in repeat mode. You know what I mean? But that's okay. Hey, that's why you guys are here, man. And I love you for it, man. 18 in the building, guys. If you, like those comments. Don't like the comments. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the stream out if you want to as well, man. Let's get more in the building, man. Let's talk sports, man. NHL rules. Mark, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Go Habs and take the Expos with you. I hope the Expos come back one day. Washington Nationals. Come on. Go Montreal. Big West in the building. You going to talk any fantasy on this channel? I will eventually, bro. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? I did my first I actually did my first fantasy video for 2021 the other day. If you didn't see it, bro, go check it out, man. It's right here. I did it the other day. I didn't get a lot of views on it, though. Didn't get a lot of views on it, man. It's all about algorithm, eh? It's all about algorithm. And, if I change it up sometimes, man, my algorithm is going to get beat up. It's going to get hit. But in a way, I don't care because I want to start talking fantasy football more. So it'll build up. But, yeah, I just did a fantasy football one, bro. Check it out, man. I did an OTAs, takeaways, some early takeaways fantasy football, Johnny. Go check it out, bro. What do you want to know, man? What do you want to know? I got stuff written down, buddy. It's the real deal over here, bro. It's the real deal. I was an Expos fan. Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. Why not? Expos had a good team, man, back in the day. Larry Walker. Oh yeah, man. They had some good. Tim. What's his name? What was that guy's name, man? The Rock, man. What's his name? Tim. What was that guy's name? Nickname was The Rock. Tim. I can't. Tim Raines. Tim Raines was one. I want to know everything, Mr. Orem. Mr. Orem, no champ S. Okay, well, hey, man. Ask a question. I'll try to answer it for you. I got a couple things written down, my man. I got a couple things written down. Not a lot. Now, the video I did was only about a 15-minute video, man. I just went through a few teams, few players. Man. We could talk football, though. We could talk fantasy. We could talk Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions, whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's talk about, man. Let's talk about it. I do know that for sure. I'm gonna grab this thing, man. This is driving me nuts. I'm reading more and more stuff about Rashad Perriman, though. You know what I mean? More stuff about Rashad Perriman. Now this guy, man, it sounds like this guy's literally on the bubble, man. Come camp, this guy better be doing something in a month. I don't know how this guy's going to all of a sudden turn into a good wide receiver. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. But ask some questions, guys. If you guys got questions, man, ask them. For sure, I'll try to get to you as fast as I can. My boy Johnny Dendera wants to talk a little bit of fantasy football. And you know what? Ask and you shall receive, bro. Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you a couple sleepers. You're in two of my leagues, though, man. You're in two of my leagues, I think, and I'm in your league, and you might be in my league. I don't know, bro. Let me see if I can pull something on you here. I do like Elijah Moore, the rookie wide receiver out of New York Jet, buddy. I know it's the Jets, but I like that kid out of Ole Miss. I think he's a good wide receiver. I think the Jets are going to be a little bit better of an offense this year, even though the rookie quarterback's in there. I really like Elijah Moore. I think he's a guy you should roster 100%. I'm going to tell you the running back I absolutely love. I love Javonte Williams from Denver, the rookie. I think Melvin Gordon's on his way out the door, I think, soon. And this Javonte Williams kid's the real deal. I think he's going to catch a lot of balls in that backfield. He's a guy to keep an eye on, my man. He's a guy to keep an eye on for sure. If you want to know any running backs, Najee Harris, another running back, another rookie running back. Pittsburgh Steelers, man. That Steelers O-line though, kind of worries me a bit, but I really like him a lot, my man. I like him. He's good. I like him a lot, actually. Let me see. Do you think we find another safety and a linebacker? Please. I hope they do, bro. Big West. I really do. I don't know what they're taking so long on the safety room. This safety room scares the bejesus out of me. You know what I mean? This safety room scares me to death. I don't really know what they're going to do there. There's a couple of guys. Trey Boston's out there, a little bit older, not old, but a little bit older. Trey Boston. Malik Hooker's a guy that, got some injuries to him, though. Might not be the type of guy that you really want right now. But when healthy, he can produce a bit. I kind of like Trey Boston maybe a little bit, even though he's a little bit older. He's not ancient, but I think they're going to wait until after camp and during this preseason stuff. You're going to see guys get cut like crazy within the next month and a half. Training camp starts in a month, so we won't probably see anybody from now till then cut. You might see a few guys get cut right now, but nothing's going on. They got no activities going on. They're all on their own. They're all doing their own thing. They're not even in the building, so I'm sure the buildings are open for them to work out, but we're not going to see anything right now. But I want a safety. I wouldn't mind. I don't really know who's out there for linebacker. I haven't looked at free agency yet. I don't think there's anybody that special, but anybody to our room I think would be a bonus because I think our room is just abysmal. So I could see them adding one or two guys, man, for sure. Big West, 100%, buddy. I bought tickets last week for Lions vs. Steelers. You going to any games this year? I'm going to games, bro, once the border opens. I live in Windsor, Ontario, dude. I live 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from Ford Field. Like no lie, like tops 25 minutes away from. I live 15 minutes away from Detroit. I just got to go into the tunnel, boom, through the tunnel, whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm there. I live 15, 20 minutes away from the border, and about another 10, 15 minutes away from Ford Field once I get into Detroit. So we're right there. So yeah, I'll be going to some games, buddy. I would love to go to that Steelers game. I'll start. I love Jared Judy this year, big time, and Williams. Javonte Williams, I just talked about him, right? Big time and Williams. Javonte Williams, 100%, dude. I like Jerry Judy. I just don't know about the quarterback situation over there, man. That's the only thing I'm a little bit worried about. Probably going to be Bridgewater. Bridgewater or Drew Lock. I don't think there's much of a difference. I'd say Bridgewater's a little bit more accurate, I guess. But I don't know. I do like Javonte Williams a lot, though, buddy. I do. Mark, what's up, James Hollowfield? What's up, buddy? Mark, do you know if the home Minnesota game is sold out? I don't know. I'm not sure, bro. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not. I don't think any Lions games are sold out yet. I'm telling you, though, once we can go over there, and I think we're going to be able to go over in right there. I see you right there. That shouldn't be there. I think right when the border opens was supposed to be hopefully by the end of July. I'm going over. I'm going over to a couple Tiger games, and I'm going to hit a couple Lions games, man, coming up. I want to be there for the first game of the year. I want to be there against San Francisco, to tell you the truth. Corey had a good video yesterday. Do you think we should trade for Sutton from Denver or the Dallas guy? Michael Gallup. Corey, you mean Corey from from ISN? Corey from ISN on the Warpath? That Corey? I didn't see his video yet, man. I didn't see it yet. We should trade for Sutton. That's Cortland Sutton, right? You know what, man? I don't want to give up any draft capital. But I wouldn't be surprised if this regime did something like that. Because I think you could maybe, you're not giving up high draft picks, I think, for those guys. I think you're thinking of Michael Gallup, right? I don't think you're going to give up big time draft picks for those guys. So I guess I'd be okay with it, man. I still don't want to see. I still don't want to see draft capital gone. I'd like to keep our as much draft capital as we can for next year, but I would not be surprised if this regime did it, man. I really wouldn't. 9 drinks. What's up, Jesus Hernandez? What's up, buddy? What do you think about the Rams coach blushing all over Matthew Stafford? I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think Matthew Stafford will stay healthy. Well, Matthew Stafford's 32, 33 years old, man. He's got some injury issues the last couple of years. He's not the healthiest guy in the world, but he's a slinger. He slings it around. I think he's an upgrade of Jared Goff. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. They have a good offensive line in LA. They have a really good offensive line there. A top 10 O-line. I think they were third or fourth last year. They were top 5 last year, that O-line in LA. So a lot of people say that line is bad. I don't understand that because it's not. It's actually really good. It's actually a really good O-line. And that's why they didn't really address it. They didn't really address it this year. So they have a really solid, good O-line, and they got a great running game. So I think he's going to stay healthy just because he's not going to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Even though our O-line wasn't as bad as advertised last year. We were about the 13th ranked O-line last year in Detroit. Not great. Both middle of the pack, a little bit better than middle of the pack, actually, if you think about it. And then, I just think that he's got a better situation in LA, man. He's got a better running game. He's got a better coach right now because we don't know what Dan Campbell's all about. Better organization, better everything. You know what I mean? Weapons right now, the weapons are great over there. You know, Cooper Kupp's solid. Robert Woods is good. They're not guys that are they're not top 10 wide receivers in the NFL, but they're good wide receivers. You know what I mean? They just got to stay healthy. They got some guys out over there that have been banged up. Cooper Kupp's been banged up a bit. Robert Woods has been banged up a little bit too as well over there, I think. But they got talent, and their running game is excellent. So they're not going to be asking him. And, of course, McVay is going to be blushing all over Matthew Stafford. I just think he's a better talent, and I think he's got a little bit of a thing for Jared Goff, and it's not a good thing. I think those two didn't get along the last couple of years. Something was going on, you know, with the texts about Jared Goff wanting to pipe his old lady, man, throwing out those texts out there, and got back to McVay, and I think the relationship soured. And Jared Goff wasn't producing the last couple of years. He wasn't a total train wreck, though. If you go look at his numbers, they weren't that bad. His touchdown totals weren't great. Threw for a bunch of yards, and he threw for a bunch of yards, but his turnovers were terrible. He's been turning the ball over for the last 2-3 years at an alarming rate. You know, throwing the ball away, throwing picks, fumbling. That's where the nickname "baby hands" comes from. It's all legit. You know what I mean? He just needs to be smart, Jared Goff. So, but McVay gushing over Stafford, I knew it was coming. We all knew when Stafford left here, all of a sudden Stafford was a great quarterback. He didn't get any recognition over here in Detroit. He doesn't get any recognition by the fans. He doesn't get recognition by the media. He doesn't get recognition by even his own hometown media. They dump all over the guy. But when the guy goes to LA, all of a sudden he is a top 5, top 10 quarterback. It's just the way it is in Detroit, man. It's just the way it is. And me personally, I've always been a guy that has backed up Stafford to the death. And you know what I mean? And I still will. I think he was done wrong in this city. I think you can't just surround a quarterback with he had Calvin Johnson. Awesome. You can't just do that, though. You can't. That's not how you win championships. Everyone's like, well, you had Calvin Johnson. Why didn't he win anything? Well, what the hell did Calvin Johnson win? You know what I mean? You didn't win nothing. You know what I mean? You didn't win nothing. So, it's the same kind of thing. Everyone just blames the quarterback, man, especially in Detroit, man. It's always happened. You can't be 2 things in Detroit, or 3 things. An ace pitcher, a quarterback, or a goalie. And if you're any of those guys, man, you get dumped on like crazy. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Stafford was done wrong in this city, and he's finally going to a city and he's going to get taken care of, man. So we'll see. Woo! Love Gabriel Davis, too. Taylor Gabriel from Chicago. Yeah, he's supposed to step up. Davis, I don't know which Davis you're talking about. Corey, there's a couple Davises out there, buddy. Mike Davis? Little Mike Davis from Atlanta? I know you're talking about him. Yeah, buddy. Quan Alexander, who would be worth the risk. Quan Alexander would be working. He's out there, got some big injury issues, though, but he could be, buddy. That'll be a guy. I heard he was asking for a little bit more money than he deserves, but it's a guy that maybe can get some traction because I think he was a Saint too, right? He was a Saint, and Dan Campbell was a Saint, and he had what's his name, Aaron Glenn as well too. So maybe get on the phone, boys. Travis Doley, thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat. How about that 10-6 season? Woo! Travis Doyley. I love the optimism, my man. I do. This is why I like doing stuff like this, because I love your optimism, my friend. I do. I just can't. I'm not going to buy in just yet, bro. Not buying in at 10-6. I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope my foot inserts and goes right into my mouth, man. You know what I mean? I hope I'm dead wrong on that, man. I'm still saying 5-6 wins. Sorry, guys. Sorry, 5-6 wins. Nice. I live in. Okay, nice. Awesome, brother. Come on by. Gallup, yes, both 25 and 4 or 5 round picks. If it's like a 5th round pick, let's do it. Still at work, 8:30 rule. Mark Warren, brother. What's up, Fast? Thanks, buddy. Are we the youngest team in the NFL? I have no clue. I have no clue. See, I know we got some young positions, man. Like I just did a video on our safeties, and our oldest safety is 28. That's no, not safety, corners. I just did corners, and our youngest corner is 20 years old. Oldest corner is 20 years old, Quentin Dunbar. It's pretty young. And then I think the second oldest is 26. Got a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds in that room. But I think we're pretty young, man. The running back room's pretty young. Jamal Williams is like 25. I think he's the oldest. Swift's like 22, 23. Jamar Jefferson is like 21. So, yeah, we're pretty young, man. Michael Warren, I think he's in his 20s, early 20s. So, yeah, we're pretty young, man. I always rewatch these shows. I'm going to keep it running. Hope everything is doing in the chat was doing well. What's up, brother? I like it, man. Thanks, man. You're a good man. Ran into a Finns fan at the bar Saturday. He said he's still pissed that they didn't hire Dan Campbell. Really excited to see the new look Lions this year. Yeah, man. I thought he did. I thought he did well over there, man. In Miami when they got rid of was it Childress? What was his name again? Brad. What was the guy they fired over there in Miami? Brad Childress, is that who it was, man? I don't think that was his name. I could be wrong. But they fired him. He's called the professor, man. He looked like a science teacher. That guy, forget his name, but yeah, man. They started off 1-3. He took over. They won 5 more games. And he was well liked in the locker room, man. The players liked him. The coaching staff liked him. The organization liked him. But it's tough to see. You rarely see an interim head coach get the job. It's very rare. I'm sure it's happened a few times. I just top of my head, I can't think about it. But yeah, man, I think we got a good one, man. You got a guy that he's not an X's and O's guys, but he's a player's coach, and he's surrounding himself with some good coaches, man, and that's what we need. Stafford had more turnovers in his first 5 years than Goff did. Yeah, of course he did, bro. He was throwing the ball. He was throwing the ball way more, brother. He was throwing the ball way more. Jared Goff, man, he got a running game like his second, third year. You know what I mean? He got a running game. He didn't have to chuck it and duck, man, all day. Stafford throws all day. You know what I mean? But the last couple of years, Goff has a horrible, horrible turnover ratio. His last 2 or 3 years, it's bad. It's like one of the worst in the league. Fumbles a lot, man. He fumbles a lot. He's got small hands. That was the case with him, and I hope he can somehow overcome that. I don't know how. I don't know how you overcome having small hands. He's not going to grow anymore. So he needs to get on one. He needs to get one of those. Like, remember those little squeeze things, man, that you worked out with in the hands. I remember my Uncle Lee had him all the time, man, lying around his house all the time when we used to go over there. Just you strengthen up your hands. I used to just pop that thing over again, man. I crush a damn watermelon with my hands now. By the way, did you hear about Calvin requesting a trade in 2016? You know what? I heard that he did. I heard he did, but I don't remember. I don't really remember him. I don't remember the story. I don't remember the story. I think it would have been national news. You know what I mean? I think it would have been huge. And why the Lions would not want to do that is beyond me. Like, I need confirmation. I need someone from the organization to step up and say something. But the thing is, they won't. You know why? Because they want Kelvin to be in the Hall of Fame with the Lions jersey. That's why. But someone's got to come out and call his BS out. Because I don't recall him coming out and saying, I remember there was one point, I do remember a few years back, him saying that he wanted to be released or something. They wanted him to release his contract. Well, I think the Lions were like, well, we're not going to release you. I think the most logical, smart thing to do is to trade him. Like, that's what you would do. You wouldn't just flat out release the guy. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? At least try to trade him. Even if you get even if a few years ago, you could only get like a 5th, 6th round pick. You know, he's a little bit older. He's an older guy. He's banged up. He hasn't played in years. I would have took something like that. Well, how many more years did he have? You know what I mean? He says he was healthy. I don't recall the Lions ever saying no to a trade. I don't recall that. He's never coming back. Why wouldn't you do it? I need confirmation, man, from the organization itself. Not Kelvin Johnson, who whines like a friggin' baby, man. I'm sick. And I got this guy all over my damn wall. I got him all over my wall, man. I got plaques. I got posters, man. I got 2 or 3 jerseys. I'm sick of hearing this guy run his mouth. He was one of my favorite players of all time, but for 9 years, this guy didn't say a word. 9. And all of a sudden, this guy's like an open book. He won't shut up. I don't understand it. I don't understand. He's whining over like $1 million and change. $1 million and change, bro. They gave you $160 million over 9 years, plus everything else, all the perks, everything. You don't have to pay for anything in your life anymore, bro. That guy goes to a restaurant. He doesn't have to open up his wallet. All he's got to do is leave a tip. You know, you got to do that, but he doesn't pay for nothing. I just don't. I don't understand it, man. It's something that it needs to be squashed. Give him the money. Tell him to shut up. It just doesn't make any sense to me anymore, man. He's one of my favorite players of all time, and I just can't stop hearing about his whining and complaining. Oh, jeez. F. Calvin, he's a whiny. Breakout, what's up, Max Darnell? Breakout star for the preseason? I'm on Ross St. Brown, the wide receiver. I'm on Ross St. Brown, maybe even Derek Barnes. I might as well pick a rookie because usually a rookie does that. Might even see maybe Victor Bolden. Who knows? Got a bit of draft lottery tonight. Oh, yeah. For baseball? Is that for baseball tonight, man? What is it? No, because Mule like 4 or 5. Quan was a monster for the Bucks. Yeah, he's good, man. He just can't stay healthy. Yeah, Kelvin said this straight. Yeah, I read it. I read it 2 days ago, but I don't remember it happening back in 2016. I would think that that kind of news, bro, Kelvin being traded back in 2016, I don't remember that coming out. Does everybody else remember that coming out? Because I don't understand why they wouldn't do it. It doesn't make any sense. He was never coming back. You know what I mean? He was never coming back. He retired. He was ever coming back, trade him the next year, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't remember him ever saying, trade me. I do remember a few years back, he wanted to be released. I do remember that. But they're not going to release him. Calvin said he requested a trade, and the Lions said, we're not trading you. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second, man. I think that's a bunch of bull. I do want Pride Nation. Good to see you in the chat, by the way, bro. Said the Lions, we're not trading you. Man, Who, like 2016. So who was that? That was Martha. I don't think the old man was even. I don't think the old man was even around. He was either dead or he was not part of the. He's part of the organization, but he stepped down, and his wife took over. Like if somebody said no to that, they're stupid. That's just dumb. That doesn't make any sense. Trade him. Like I don't understand. I want to hear somebody from the organization talk on this before we start pointing fingers because I don't believe it for a minute. I don't, man. Kind of makes me upset. He said that on a podcast like 3 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, he was on Woodward Sports or something. Yeah. I think Kelvin just speaks just to speak, man, now. He just wants that million and change. Thanks, Travis Toller, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. How about wide receiving core? We got some young drafted and one drafted wide receiver that are looking really good in camp. Yep. Jonathan Adams, I guess, was looking decent in camp, but from what we heard, but then he got released, and then he's gone. He's probably dropping footballs because that was his problem. That was his problem in college, Jonathan Adams. But everybody loved him because of his size. He had the Kenny Golladay kind of thing going on. Big size, not fast, contested catches, circus catches. You know what I mean? But he would drop an easy pass, so it's almost like a Kenny Golladay. But I think Kenny Golladay had actually better hands than him. But there's some guys, I guess. I think hopefully Surratt's looking good out there. Victor Bolden's looking good, they say. Tom Kennedy in the slot, too, as well. I don't know what's going to happen with, like I said, Sage Surratt and Javon McKinley. Those are the two undrafted free agent guys that we have as well. Jonathan Adams is gone. I don't know if he's been picked up yet by another football team. Somebody want to look into that, but he could be. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for Surratt. I think he's the most talented of the bunch. A kid out of Wake Forest. So I don't know what's going on with these glasses, man. But yeah, he's extremely talented, and I'd like to see him, man. I'd like to see him out there making some. I'd love to see him out there making some plays, man. I really like Sage Surratt and McKinley out of Notre Dame. It could be a guy to keep an eye on, man. But it's a very young wide receiving core, bro. It makes me nervous. Basketball, okay. Who are the Pistons? Where the Pistons projected to be picking? I don't even know. Okudah will break out. He needs to. He needs to, man. He's working hard. He needs to. He needs to have a better year. We got to have a better pass rush to help him out. I do remember that about releasing him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? One pride. I remember the releasing part. I just don't ever remember the actual organization saying, "Nah, we're not going to trade. We're not going to trade Calvin Johnson." You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. Like he was for sure never coming back. He was never coming back. I don't understand why the organization would be like, "Okay, we're not gonna pay you." Like I mean, we're not going to trade you. This makes no sense, man. Because even though he was a little bit banged up, he was still producing on an extremely high level. You know what I mean? There's probably 60 to 70% Calvin is 100% wide receiver now in the NFL. Personally, I think so. You know what I mean? He's a freak of nature. So I think any team would have took the 60 to 70% Calvin. I just don't know what they would have gotten for him. I'm pretty sure they would have got something nice for him, though. You know what I mean? He was still producing at a high level, man, even though he was like a shell of himself. Kelvin's smoking too much ganja. He can't remember what happened. He can't remember what happened. There's no way. There's no way, man. I just think he's literally I think he's making stuff up. You know, I could be totally wrong here, Big West. I could be wrong. We all could be wrong here, but I'm just trying to go. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think. Like, when did the organization ever say they don't want to trade him? It's really bugging me, man. It's not. First of all, it's not smart business move. It's not smart. Get rid of the guy. You could get a couple picks for him. Probably could have got 2-3 picks. Might not have been first rounders, but it could have been high, like second, 2 2s and a third, or 2 2s and 2 4. Like, who knows, man? You could have got some high picks for him, man. I don't get it. I just think he's making stuff up. Kelvin does seem super. He seems extremely bitter. Bro, and he's bitter over $1 million. That's the funny thing about it. It's $1 million. And and people like to go back and say, well, look, man, the Colts gave every signing bonus dollar to Andrew Luck. Teams don't do that. I get it. A lot of teams don't, man, but it's $1 million. Why are you crying about $1 million when you literally got over $160 million in 9 years? You didn't win anything. You know what I mean? You didn't win nothing. If we're going to sit here, we're going to point fingers at just the quarterback. Why can't we point the fingers at the Hall of Fame wide receiver? Why is it always just the quarterback's fault, man? It's not. You know what I mean? And I love Calvin, man. I just hate that he runs his mouth. For a guy that didn't say squat here for 9 years, you couldn't force him to talk. If you put a gun to his head, you couldn't force him. You know what I mean? You couldn't do it. Like you couldn't do it, man. You could torture him, take his nails out from his fingers. He wouldn't talk. Now it's like he can't shut up. I just don't understand it. If you had the first pick overall, who are you taking this year for fantasy? Does Henry do it 3 years in a row? I think Henry will be a monster this year. I think, obviously. I think he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to do that for 3 years, but I think they're going to try to pass a little more now, man. Now that they got the Julio over there, they did get rid of Corey Davis though, but they got AJ Brown. They got 2 studs at wide receiver. 2 studs. I would probably, man. I'd probably take McCaffrey in fantasy. I'd even think about Barkley too, man. Barkley's a little bit more of a risk. I think I would take CMC. I would take Christian McCaffrey number 1. And I think Henry's going to do. I don't think he's going to do exactly what he did last year, the last couple of years, but he's going to have a phenomenal year. I wouldn't be surprised if Derrick Henry went number 2 in fantasy. I would not be surprised at all. I would not be surprised. He's definitely going top 4. He's definitely going top 4. Top 3, top 4. Richard Chiga, what's up, brother? 14% chance Pistons get the number 1 pick tonight. That's good. I don't even know who's the best college guy coming out. I don't even know. Is it that kid from Michigan State? Is that kid coming out? Or is that no, it's not Michigan State. It's not Michigan State, man. I don't know. Pistons rule. We will again one day, hopefully. Yeah, baby, go Pistons. Yeah. Crazy. Shaz might tackle his own brother in a game, or Sedge blast through him for a touchdown. That's right, man. Chaz is the linebacker for the Vikings now, right? They drafted him. What round they drafted him in? 4th, 5th round? I was kind of hoping we were going to take a shot at Chaz. Former quarterback. That was a good pick by Minnesota. That was a solid pick, man. Hey, what's going on? The artist formerly known as PC Payload. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Travis Doyley. Calvin Johnson requested a trade line for getting what they thought they should. So they told Calvin, they're not going to trade him. Yeah, I still don't buy it, Travis Doyley. I don't buy it. I want confirmation. It's all about confirmation these days. I want to see receipts. It's all about receipts. It's all about receipts nowadays in 2021, right? Everybody wants to see receipts. I want to see them. I demand to see them, actually. Do you like the Chad Henson? It's a good question, Bryce S. What's up, brother? Do you like the Chad Henson pickup or no? I'm okay with it. Okay? I'm okay with it. He's no game changer. He's a kid that was drafted in the 4th round a few years ago, though. Hasn't really locked onto a team. I remember last year watching him versus the Colts. I think it was him versus the Colts. He was on Houston. Everybody on Houston was hurt. Chad Henson gets called up from the practice squad. This kid goes off. This kid went off, man, against the Colts. I'm pretty sure it was the Colts. I was like, wow, this kid's a pretty good wide receiver, man. Why is nobody, not much to throw to in Houston, but he was a guy. I think Brandon Cooks was down. Somebody else was down. Hopkins wasn't there no more or something like that. It was just like, yeah. So I don't mind the pickup, man. I don't know where they're going to place him. He has played with Jared Goff at California back in 2000. I want to say 2014, 15. He only played 1 year with Jared Goff. Goff likes the pickup, though. Goff says he's a good pickup. He's a good player. He's a really good athlete, man. He's got some good size to him, about 6'2", 6'3", 210 pounds, whatever he is. He's sneaky good. Like Rashad Perriman, I think, is in trouble. Rashad Perriman's in trouble. This guy maybe could sneak a spot. I don't know. I don't really know. This is how bad our wide receiving core is, Bryce. This is how bad it is that we're talking about Chad Henson. And I'm not coming at you. I totally agree with you. It's a really good question. It's like we're talking about Chad Henson possibly being a factor. He might be in this offense, man. This is how bad our wide receiving core is. That Chad Henson might be a guy. I'm not saying he's going to be a number 1 or a number 2 or anything like that, but he could come in and be like a number 3 or number 4. He could. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I don't mind the pickup. I really don't mind the pickup. He's bounced around a few teams, but why not, man? We need something, brother. See, which was the bigger front office F up? Trading Eric Kramer or Chris Spielman? I thought trading Spielman was weird. I thought that was weird at the time because the guy was literally your guy. He was your guy. He was your leading tackler for like 7-8 years in a row. I believe Chris Spielman was literally one of my favorites, still is one of my favorite football players of all time. Playing linebacker, played my position that I absolutely worship. I love the linebacker position, and I was upset that they traded him back then. And I thought getting rid of Kramer too was sad. But an F up, I don't know. I thought Kramer, maybe Kramer a little more because I thought that they could have made the playoffs with Eric Kramer. Okay, they made the playoffs with Kramer, and I thought he was playing well, but he was nothing special. But if we're talking heart, it's Chris Spielman. Big West. I think Chad Henson makes the team, which is watch his video last year for Houston. Yeah, I like him, bro. I like the kid a lot. Hashtag Lions 9 drinks. Kellen was on the national stage with Dancing with the Stars. He would have said something about wanting to still play then. Yeah, exactly. 3rd round for Chaz. Okay, Max. Thanks, buddy. 3rd round, eh? I liked him. I liked him coming out, man. I thought the Lions maybe should have took a shot on him, but I like the Darren Barnes pickup. How have you been feeling about the Tigers this season? Up and down, bro. Up and down. I like the direction they're going, though, even though they look terrible in certain spots. Their bullpen is an absolute freaking disaster. Their bullpen. I absolutely love Casey Mize and Tarek Skubal, though. Casey Mize and Tarek Skubal are going to be dogs for this team. Matt Manning is going to be good. The hitting's all in the minors, man. The hitting's all in the minors. It's all guys like, Riley Green, Torkelson, Dingler, Daniel Cabrera. I got them all written down. Parker Meadows, Roberto Campos. Those guys are all coming later on, though. But I like the direction. I like what AJ Hinch is doing. I like how he treats his players. I love his interviews. He's such a baseball guy, man, AJ Hinch. So I think it's the right move. I'm okay with – they're not the worst team in baseball. You know what I mean? So and they're not like the 5th worst team in baseball. You know what I mean? So they're getting better. They're getting better, man. The hitting's going to come. And when the hitting comes, look out. The team's going to be something to reckon with. If you had one weak spot in our new coaching staff, who would it be? One weak spot in our new coaching staff, what would it be? As coaches? Okay, well, they got DeLeon as the linebacker coach, Aaron Glenn, the DC, Antoine Randall, the wide receiver coach, Dan Campbell as the head coach, Deuce Staley, running back coach, Phipp as the special teams. I'm messing up probably a few other guys. The weakest link there, the weak spot, the weakest link. I hate to say it, but it might be Dan Campbell. It might be Dan Campbell. And listen, when I say it, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think this is why he has surrounded himself. He has experience, did it in Miami, learned behind a really good coach in Sean Payton in New Orleans. He was the assistant head coach. A lot of people tend to forget that, eh? A lot of people just say, oh, he was just a tight ends coach in Miami and New Orleans. No, he wasn't. He was actually an assistant head coach too in New Orleans, learning under Sean Payton. But I would have to say it might be Dan Campbell, only because He doesn't have the crazy experience there. He's got the experience there in Miami, a little bit in New Orleans being the assistant, but I think that's why he's surrounded himself with really good coaches, man. Because I can't really say Deuce Staley's a bad running backs coach. I can't say Antoine Randall is a bad wide receivers coach because he's not. Don't know too much about Phip, the special teamer. DeLeon was a good linebacker coach in Chicago, groomed a bunch of damn good linebackers in Chicago. So I guess I'm not going to say anybody seems to see Dan Campbell, but it's not in a bad way. I just think because the experience is a little bit lower. Hope that answers your question, my man. Randy Daniels, how does Goff have to play for the Lions not to draft a quarterback in 2022? He just has to be smart, man. I think he has to be smart. And I want to see how he handles adversity. A lot of people don't understand, like when it comes to sports players, like, you know, these millionaire athletes, man, these, you know, they act like babies. Some of these guys can't handle adversity. Now, Jared Goff was in LA, beautiful place to live, right? Nice, sunny all the time, girls, weather, had it all, man, had it all, had a good organization to fall back on, had a good team to fall back on, had a running game, had all this stuff, a good O-line, some nice weapons, a phenomenal defense. He comes here, what does he have? He doesn't have much, man. He doesn't have much, man. You know what I mean? So I want to see how he handles adversity. But I want to see him not turn over the football a ton. Like, try to keep the turnovers, like try to keep the interceptions under double digits and try to not to fumble the football every other play. That's all I want to see. You know what I mean? I don't think he's throwing for a bunch of touchdowns. So I only expect him to throw for maybe about 22 touchdowns. Really. If he gets over 22, 23 touchdowns, I'll be shocked. I will be shocked. Just be smart with the football. Be smart. Handle adversity. I want to see how you are with the media. I want to see how hot you get. I want to see how cool you are. Everything. That's what I need to see. Sean McVay says Stafford is a monster, better than he thought. What's your take on this? I love it. I love it, Rich. I absolutely love it. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but that's okay. I'll talk about it again because you're my boy, Rich Segan. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I kind of said it earlier. I go, he never got any recognition in Detroit. All it was Stafford. Stafford can't do this. Stafford can't do that. Stafford. It's all Stafford's fault. Now he goes to LA, and all of a sudden he is a godsend. All of a sudden he is the missing puzzle, the missing piece to the puzzle. Well, you know what I mean? I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl because that division is absolutely sickening. The NFC West is sickening. So I'm not going to say that they're going to win the Super Bowl, but McVay saying Stafford's a monster, I'm not shocked because Stafford is a monster. I've talked about it forever. I think he's a really good quarterback. I don't think he's elite because he's never proved to be elite here. If he would have went anywhere else, I guarantee you we'd be talking about Stafford in a different lighting. We would be. He was never the problem here. Was he part of it? Maybe a little. Yes, he was. He was a part of it. He gets some of the blame, but not all of it, man. And just a little bit of it. I'm telling you right now, man, he couldn't do it by himself. But him going over there, man, to LA, it's great. It's just that situation he's in is great for him. He's got everything surrounding him. Great defense, great coaches, good organization, phenomenal defense, great running game, good weapons. He has it all. He has it all. And I'm not shocked that McVay's in love with him. If Goff doesn't fare too well this season, which quarterback would you want to see us draft signed through free agency? Free agency? I don't really know who's a free agent, man, for next year. I don't really know yet. I'd have to see a list. I'd rather draft somebody. And who's the one kid? I like Spencer Rattler coming out next year, but we'd have to be like a top 5 pick to get one of these quarterbacks coming out. There's the kid Howell from North Carolina too, the Sam Howell. He's another guy that is kind of intriguing. Who else, man? There's a couple guys. There's a couple kids out there, man. There's a couple kids out there. But I'd rather they draft somebody than go pick somebody up free agency. What's going on, Jerry and Taya? Thanks for coming in. You would think that the competition would be insane at wide receiver and linebacker. If you're a player and you don't make the squad at those positions, there is zero chance you make another team. Perfectly said, Jerry. That's a phenomenal statement right there. You're exactly right. I think it's going to be insane competition at wide receiver and linebacker. Not because they're good, though, right? Not because they're good. It's just because I think it's a flip a coin type of situation. It's like everybody has a shot, even undrafted free agents, even anybody. Somebody off the street can walk in and compete at wide receiver and linebacker in his team. And that's not even I'm not even taking a shot, man. That's a legit comment. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting who makes the team there. And it's going to be if they carry 5 wide receivers, it's going to be five of the best, I think, man. It's going to be the 5 best that balled out because they all have a shot. And that's not necessarily a good thing. You know what I mean? Usually you got Tyrell Williams is a lock. I think Cephas is a lock. After that, I think St. Brown's a lock, the rookie. After that, I don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. You know what I mean? We do not have a single clue. Everybody was talking about Jonathan Adams being the number 1 guy here. You know where he is? He's on the streets looking for a job. That's where he is. So it's like nobody's safe. And then the linebackers, Jamie Collins, okay. Derek Barnes. I think Derek Barnes is a good pick, but tell you the truth, he's a 2-down linebacker at this stage right now. But I like him. I like Derek Barnes, a rookie out of Purdue. I like him a lot, but he's a 2-down linebacker. Anybody tells me that guy can go cover, please do your research on the kid first, and then come tell me that, because he's not a cover linebacker. He's a guy that's just only he's gonna rush the passer because that's his best trait, and he's gonna play the run. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna cause chaos, gonna cause disruption. That's gonna be his job. You're not asking that kid to drop back in coverage. You're not, because that's not his game. Now, can he learn it? I hope, but he didn't do it much at Purdue. McVay has to say that. Oh yeah, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to say it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm not surprised he didn't say it. He's not going to come out and say that Stafford's a pile of dog crap. I understand that. Way too early prediction. He and Schaefer, what's up? What position groups do the Lions hit in rounds 1 and 2 next year's draft? Way too early. Wide receiver, linebacker. I'll take that back. Wide receiver, safety, linebacker. Do you see any of the Lions receivers getting 800 or 900 yards? Yeah, only Tyrell Williams. I think he can get to 800, 900, maybe even 1,000 if he stays healthy. He might be the only guy. I don't see anybody else even coming close to it. I don't. Which rookie would you like to pick up jersey? What rookie? I want a Derek Barnes jersey because I love the linebacker position, and I wouldn't mind a St. Brown jersey. But I think Barnes is going to be my next one. Can our front 3 D linemen dominate this year? I missed your grade on them. I didn't do the D lineman yet, brother. I didn't do the D lineman yet. I've only done 2 positions on defense. I've done corners and safeties. It's coming up. But I think our 3 linemen could play well. I'm not putting a lot of stock yet into 2 rookies, Aleem McNeil and Levi O on Wuzuruke. I'm not saying these guys are going to come in and be, Lawrence Taylor and Warren Sapp or Reggie White and Lawrence Sapp, man. I dominate. I don't know yet, man. I really don't know. You know what I mean? I think they can be good, though. They're definitely going to help out, 100%. But I'm not going to say dominate. But they are definitely an upgrade. I think they're a definite upgrade. With McNeil playing the true nose and Levi O playing that 3-4 D end, even playing a little bit inside too as well, man. Rushing the passer, playing the run. So I sit my Kool-Aid out and guzzle it. We go 7 and 10 at best, but I like what we're building. I hear you, Big Wes. I got 5 or 6, buddy. I like to get a Barnes jersey. He went to college in my home state. Awesome, bro. So I love it. Campbell is a great motivator who hired great coaches and coordinators around him. Yes, sir. Everybody should check out Roar the Lions UK YouTube channel. Show support for our European Lions fans. I think I'm an actual subscriber to that guy, man. That's awesome, Steve-O. 100%. How does Goff not have things around him? A top 5 tight end. Okay. Top 10 O-line. Yeah, well, no. Well, hey, man, I don't think when I say around him, I mean I mean the wide receivers. I mean the wide receivers. I think the running backs are good. They're pretty good. You know what I mean? Swift still, jury's out a little bit on him, but I think he belongs. Definitely belongs. I just don't. I think the wide receivers are the absolute Achilles heel to this team, and you could have two of the best top 5 tight ends in the league. You could have Travis Kelce and TJ Hawkinson on this team. You know what I mean? The wide receivers, man, is what makes it click too. You know what I mean? These guys have to get open. We could be great at the play action all day, but teams have to fear our running game. They have to fear. He doesn't have it that great around him because there's still some question marks. One Brian, having a top 5 tight end. So what? This is not the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And Jared Goff is not Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? I don't understand, man. And the wide receivers is what's going to make this team run, because if they can't run the football, say they can't run the football, just for some odd reason, Swift isn't just that guy, which I think he probably is. What if they can't? You know what I mean? What if they can't run the football? What if Jamal Williams isn't as good in a Detroit Lions uniform than he was in a Green Bay uniform? We're going to have to rely on these wide receivers, and that's what's going to make this team click. We have to have some type of fear of a running game. Teams have to fear us for our passing attack to be good, because teams are going to lock up on Hawkinson all day. They're going to lock him up all day long because he is going to be the number 1 option on this offense. Believe it or not, I don't think he's good. I don't think he's so good where they're going to double team him, but they're going to try to lock him up. They're definitely going to try to lock him up, man. They're going to have guys around him all the time. You know what I mean? They're not going to ever let him run free. Anthony Lynn's going to have to come up with some nice packages, man, to get that free. And this wide receiving core, which isn't very good at all, is why I think he doesn't have much around him. I just don't think he does, man. I don't think he does. Because I think Swift, even though I love Swift, still a question mark on him. Can he be the guy? Can Jamal Williams be the guy now in Detroit, like he was as good as backing up Aaron Jones in Green Bay? I don't know. Jared Goff isn't Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers makes everybody better. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. He made everybody better. He made undrafted wide receivers better. That's what he does, man. Jared Goff just doesn't do that, man. And I'm nervous about these wide receivers surrounding him. I think I'm big time worried. Facts 1 Pride 40. Dr. Pepperoni. What's up, Detroit fan, man? What's up, buddy? Glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too, my man. I think the Rams are overrated. Yeah, I don't understand that. How? Tough. You just said that the Lions, the Rams are overrated, but you just said that the Detroit Lions have a top 5 tight end. Okay, fine. That's cool. A top 10 O-line. The Rams have that. Better running backs. Way better, by the way. Way better. A top 5 running attack last year. That was with a rookie. And Darrell Henderson and Brown. Their running attack is way better, and their wide receivers are way better. And their defense was number 1 last year. How on earth are they overrated? How? And they have a better quarterback. How are they overrated? I don't get that statement, man. That doesn't even make any sense, dude. I don't even know if he was a little bit part of this mess. He was part of it, bro. Kool-Aid and cornbread, he was part of it. Stafford, Detroit fans always blame the quarterback, the goalie, or the closer. Closer, yeah, closer. I love Matt, but he's had it all at Georgia, even a year or 2 in Detroit. He chokes when it always counts, has always will, but I wish Matt the best. I disagree with it, Mark. I disagree with you, man. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve some of the blame, because he 100% does deserve some of the blame. He does. But he was asked to do things that no normal quarterback was supposed to do. He was asked to do it all by himself. with a weapon. Here's Kelvin. Here. That's good enough, right? You got Kelvin Johnson. That should be good enough. We're not going to worry about giving you really anybody else. We gave you one good defense in 12 years, and we gave you a good running game in 12 years. Once, man. Come on, man. It's a team effort, dude. You ain't kidding, Big Wes. You ain't kidding, buddy. Defense got better and coaching staff got better. We don't know that, though. We don't know that. I think it has. But we don't know for sure. We don't really know for sure, man. And his coaching staff, nothing's been proven. Nothing's been proven yet. They've all done their little things here, and Deuce did his thing in Philly. Antoine Randall did his thing in Tampa Bay. Phipp did his thing wherever the hell he was. I don't even know where Phipp was, the special teams coach. DeLeon did his thing in Chicago. Did some things over there. But Dan Campbell, looked good in Miami. We don't know if it's going to happen here, though. We don't know, man. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, man. What's up? What's up, TA? What's up, buddy? Perryman is a lock. Lock at what? What's he a lock at, bro? I don't think he's no lock. He's supposed to be our number 2, bro. He has a month to figure it out because there's guys knocking on his shoulder. There's guys tapping him on the shoulder. Cephas is one of them. Maybe one of those undrafted guys, too. I don't think Perryman's no lock, man. Matt Patricia isn't here no more. That's true. Matt Patricia is not here no more. Thank the stars he's not here no more. What's up, Corey? What's up, buddy? What do you think about Holmes saying Goff was ever considered as a bridge option? I like it. I do like it. I still think I'll say it the day we got him. I think he's a bridge quarterback. I do. I think he's on a 2-year window. I think they want him to succeed. I don't think the organization is going to come in and go, well, hey, man, we don't think he's going to be here. I don't think they would have traded for him. I don't think they would have took on that contract and then did all the adjustments and did all the whatever they do with the contracts, man. If they thought he wasn't going to be successful, I think they want him to be successful, but I think it's a 2-year window, Corey. It's a 2-year window, and if he doesn't show some type of any type of handle the way he handles this situation coming up, which I think he's in a bad situation, I think he's going to be gone within 2 years. His contract says so. Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame. Yeah, that's another guy. I could look at him. Look at what happened to the Browns when their wide receivers were out with COVID. They lost to the Jets. Yeah, that's right, man. Final score in tonight's NHL playoff game. Bro. I don't know, man. If we lose, it's over, eh? Remember? 3-2 Montreal. 3-2 Montreal. But to say this roster is deserted, Alex Smith, he doesn't have to be home. He just needs to be. I'm not saying he needs to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying that, bro. And if he's Alex, but he's not even Alex Smith. He's not even a good Alex Smith right now. You know what I mean? If he holds on to the football and plays smart, then he could be Alex Smith. But we have to be able to run the ball. And there's no proof of it yet. It's a good O-line. I love the O-line. I like the running backs. I do. We have to prove it, though. You know what I mean? We got to prove it out there. We can't just – I'm not just going to say it was – I don't know why I got these on anymore. There's nobody even on. It hurt my ears anyways. I can't even see – I don't know, man. I don't know what he's going to be. Because I don't like the situation he's in. I think there's a lot of question marks. I think there's a ton of question marks. Defenses are going to key on TJ Hawkinson big time. They're going to key on him, and they're going to force Jared Goff to throw the football because they're going to play the run. That's what they're going to probably do. They see what they're doing with this O-line, right? They see it, okay? They see what we're doing with this O-line. Teams know we're building an O-line, picking up Jamal Williams. You got DeAndre Swift. You drafted another running back. Okay. The Lions want to run the football. It's not a secret. now teams, if I was a defensive coordinator going up against the Detroit Lions, what do? You make Jared Goff throw the football. That's what you do, because their wide receivers are the weakest part of their team. It's the weakest part of their team, and they have to get open. And if they don't get open, I don't care how good your D line, how good your O line is, they're going to have problems getting open. And Goff's going to be throwing the ball into situations. He'll be throwing, Perriman's supposed to be there. Meanwhile, Perriman's over here, and he's throwing the ball over here. He's supposed to get there, but he can't get there. You know what I mean? Because they're not good. And that's going to be a bad situation for Goff. That's why I think he's in a bad situation. They're going to make him throw. And I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I don't think he's a pile of trash, man. I put him around 20. I put him around 18 to 20, 21 range. It's not bad. I think he's a little bit middle of the pack, maybe a little bit worse. I don't think that's a bad situation for him. I don't think it's bad. But the wide receivers are on the bottom of the list. And it's going to show in his play. And it's not going to be his fault. And this fan base will destroy Jared Goff because of it. And guys like you, One Pride 40, know that that's not the case. You know what I mean? You will know, oh man, why are we blaming the quarterback? But a lot of fans won't do that. They point the fingers directly at the quarterback. And it won't be fair to Goff. So that's why I think he's in I think he's in a terrible situation, man. Because teams will force him to throw because these wide receivers are dog crap. That's why. Fire it up today. Cheers, brother. What's up, Jorge? What about Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp? They're good. Those guys are good. Those guys are good. Those guys are going to have monster years in LA. Monster years. Then they drafted that Tutu Atwell kid who can fly. He's little, though. Then they drafted some beast in the 5th round, was like 6'5", 230 pounds. Wide receiver. Decent tight ends. You know what I mean? The weapons in LA are fine. Nobody that's going to pop out and be top 5 or even top 10, I don't think. Cooper Kupp maybe could be a top 10. When healthy, that kid's a stud. That kid's an absolute stud. I think him and Stafford are going to have a real nice rapport. But, yeah, the situation over there is just – it's good for Stafford. And he has a good O-line. He's got a good defense, a great defense, a great running attack. Then if Hawk gets locked up, St. Brown is wide open. Maybe. I hope so. He's probably – the thing about St. Brown, I think he's the smartest. Him and Cephas are the 2 best route runners on this team. They are. But you're just not going to throw the ball all day to a slot wide receiver, bro. It'll get figured out. But I do like him. I do like him a lot. I do. I really do. But now we're relying on a 4th round wide receiver who's 6 foot, 200 pounds. You know what I mean? That's going to be that's our guy. Come on, man. You know what I mean? We had a guy that was 6'5", 240, and that didn't do nothing. So a guy being 6 foot, 200 pounds as a slot wide receiver is not going to be the answer. I think he's going to be good, though. I think he's going to be our number 3. Rams are not overrated. Sorry, they're not overrated. It's the most ridiculous comment I've ever heard in my life. Why are they overrated? I wouldn't say the Rams are way better than the Lions. I don't even know if they're better. They're way better. They're way better, man. 100 times better than the Detroit Lions. I don't understand why you think they're not. They're better in every aspect of football. Coaching, they're better in coaching. They have better players. They have a better quarterback. They have better weapons. They have a better running attack. Only thing that's giving them a competition is the O-line. That's it. That's the only thing that's giving them any competition. And then the defense, I don't even want to talk about it, man. We're not even in the same stratosphere as the LA Rams in defensive wise. What is it with you guys, man? You guys are drinking the Kool-Aid too much, man. Listen, I love the enthusiasm. There's not one person that will agree with you that the Detroit Lions are worse than the Rams. I don't understand why you even saying that. We are not a good football team. We're not. The Rams are. I just don't understand it, man. How many of the guys honestly pay attention to Goff in LA? Now he's in Detroit and he sucks. Cut it. I don't think he sucks, Daryl Thompson. I don't think he sucks. He's had a bad couple of years. He has. But if you go look at his numbers, they're really not that bad. The turnovers are bad. The fumbles and the interceptions together are horrible. They're horrible. The last 2 years, I think he's been the most turnover quarterback in the last 2-3 years or so. I saw a stat. But he's thrown for a bunch of yards. Touchdowns aren't high. They're not high. Couple injuries, though, going on. Good running attack, so not really necessary that you got to throw the ball like crazy. I don't think he sucks, man. I don't think he's going to be that big of a problem, but he's not better than Stafford. Then we should grab Gallup or something. If they go do, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to be totally mad about it if they go get somebody. I wouldn't be shocked. Unless they're throwing in the towel this year for the wide receivers. They might want to just stock up those picks, man, and worry about that later, bro. It just might be that situation. It might be that type of situation where they don't want to give up any draft capital, man. Rams are in contention to be in the NFC Championship game for sure. I live here in LA and see here more General Mina wants to put out. Hey, Jorge, man. Tell these guys, man. Like, seriously. Seriously. I don't, like, they are. I'm not saying the Rams are winning the Super Bowl either. I can't. I can't begin to tell you who's going to win. I can't even tell you who's going to win. But they are definite Super Bowl contenders. 100% they are. But just like the San Francisco 49ers are, Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who else, man? Colts, but I don't like Wentz. I don't know. There's 4 or 5 teams that are in heavy contention. And the Rams are 100% one of them. They are. If our running game doesn't produce, Goff will have the happiest feet since Scott Mitchell. 100% he will. Just like any quarterback would, though. See? But I'm agreeing with you. But any quarterback would, right? I think the running game will be okay, though. It will be okay. It has to be, though. That's the thing. There's no like if you were to pick a team and say like Kansas City Chiefs, man, they don't got a running back game. Yeah, but they got Patrick Mahomes. We can't say that. You know what I mean? We don't have a quarterback like that. We had a quarterback. We had a quarterback that was a guy that couldn't succeed without a running game. And that's not his fault. He was just not elite. Matt Stafford is just not elite. Now he's got it all in LA. He has it all in LA. I'll tell you why the offensive line is trash. They lost numerous of coaches, and who cares if they lost coaches? That doesn't mean anything. So they lost coaches, so you're telling me that their offensive line is going to be bad? It's a top 5 to 10 O-line. You know what I mean? How do you know Goff didn't get figured out? How do you know? We don't know that yet. You're assuming. You're assuming because I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows except for Jared Goff and Sean McVay and the guys on the LA Rams. That's who knows. You know what I mean? Because they lost, coaches means nothing. And their offensive line is not trash. It's a top 5 to top 10 O-line. Look it up, One Pride. Please look it up. You were talking about locks to make the team. Oh, okay. Okay, Perry. Oh, I hope he makes the team, bro. I'm rooting for this kid to make the team, Perryman. I hope he does, bro. Gerald Tossin, I'm sure the Lions will bring in training camp cuts at wide receiver. I think they will too. One Pride 40. The entire NFL is made up of a buddy system. It's some team that works and other. Rams have a better hope. That's all sports in general is buddy system. That's all it is. On every single team, they bring in all their friends. That's all they do. That's what they do. They bring in guys called familiarity. It's called friends. Campbell, though, said this year, he goes, I could have brought guys in that, were my buddies, but they're not good coaches. So I went with good coaches, which is a good thing. I think a little bit of a lie. I think it's a little bit of a white lie, but I don't mind that kind of lie. You know what I mean? Like, he brought in guys that he knew. He brought in Aaron Glenn. He knows who Aaron Glenn is. He coached with them at, in New Orleans. Aaron Glenn's never been a defensive coordinator, ever. Now he is. So don't tell me it's not a little bit of a buddy system, right? Jorge, it is. No, they got figured out and they had an ego problem and the third draft stinks. Sure, bro. Okay. I wish I had your crystal ball, bro. I really do. I wish I had your guys' crystal ball. Man, because you guys should be selling that stuff, man. Seriously. You're talking about football players having ego problems? Every single NFL player in the world has an ego problem. Tell you that. Okay, so you know what I mean? They all think they're God's gift. Every single one of them, bro. You know what I mean? And the word out of LA is that Goff just wasn't getting the system anymore. So, like, what was going? Like, what do I mean? Like, he got figured out. Like, I don't understand how he got figured out. Great offense. Great. They were still putting up points. They were still putting up great rushing yards. Goff wasn't doing his thing though. So that's McVay or is that Goff? I don't know. It's one of them. It's one of, or it's both. Okay, where does Aaron Rodgers end up? Does he stay in Green Bay? I don't know, Rich, man. Somebody was just telling me outside, one of my neighbors was telling me that he renewed some kind of like, I don't know, man. I think they were joking with me. He renewed some kind of Costco card in Wisconsin. I don't even know, man. I think if he goes anywhere, though, he's going to go to Denver. But I just don't. I don't see him coming back this year. I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to crack. I don't know, man. One Pride 40 seems to me that you were pissed that Stafford left and has nothing to do with the Rams. Why would you care about the Rams, anyways? The only thing I care about the Rams, bro. The only thing I care about the Rams is I want to see the Rams do bad because I want that high pick. That's why I care. And I care a little bit because I'm a Matt Stafford fan. I'd like to see him succeed. I just don't want to see the Rams succeed. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like teetering on that. You know what I mean? But I expect Stafford to be good, and I expect the Rams to be good. I expect that whole team to be good. Losing a couple of coaches, like losing however many coaches they lost, means nothing. It doesn't mean anything because they got replenished with coaches. Coaches come. Coaches probably couldn't wait to go coach in LA, man. You know what I mean? So it's not like guys leave, man. Teams leave. I mean, coaches, players, they leave. It happens. You get better positions. Whoever left leaves, man. It's not nothing's ever in stone in the NFL, sports in general. I won't say the season is washed. Gotta have hope, but you're right, buddy. Everything looks good right now, but it has to be proven because we just don't know yet. I hope Goff has a great year, man. I do. The McVay offense will be figured out this season. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I would care if Miami lost a great quarterback. They got figured out last year, Randy. They got figured out last year. Through the air, anyways. Through the air, it got figured out. No? I don't know, man. I can understand that. I'm rooting for Stafford because they have our pick. Yeah, but two is not good. I agree. One Pride 40, who was that pick? I think y'all's Kool-Aid has vodka in it. No, not mine, bro. Not mine. Sugar-free, man. We are not. The nucleus of the great team starts with ownership, GM, head coach, and the quarterback. Many of those will be prolific this year, but that's what makes your team shine. I agree, Max. Totally agree, my friend. Totally agree. I love the ownership. I love that Sheila Ford has taken over, and I love that she doesn't get her nose into it too much. But when they showed that draft day and stuff like that, I loved how she was in there asking questions, specifically about the wide receiver room, going, when are we going to pick a wide receiver? And then Brad Holmes explains to her. I love that she's involved, but she lets the football heads take care of business, and I love that about her. And then you got a GM and Brad Holmes who's done it with LA. Came here. Now he's going to bring some of that moxie here, and he has. And then Dan Campbell, players coach. Not an X's and O's guy, but a guy that just knows players, knows what he takes to win football games. And I think we had 2 or 3 home run hires, man. Maybe even more in the coaching staff. Free agency is pretty much over until someone gets hurt, especially for the older dudes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Contracts mean a big thing, too. I said I don't think the running backs are better than the Lions. They are, though. The Rams running backs are better. They are. Cam Akers is a boss. Darrell Henderson is better than Jamal Williams, I would say. It's not like a landslide. It's not a landslide, but it's a better rushing attack. They were a top 5 rushing attack last year, man, with the same guys. They were top 5. They were top 5 running the football, the Rams. Cam Akers was a rookie. Expect big things from Cam Akers this year. Huge things. Darrell Henderson's a hell of a talent. And then they got that Brown kid, whatever, as their third guy. The guy that the Lions were actually trying to get a couple years ago. I must have missed what you were saying. But all I saw was, I don't even know if you said if the Lions are better. So I took that and ran with it. Sorry, bro. I'm not saying 13 wins either. 7, 8. Yeah. Week 7, when the Rams master the Lions, these people will wake that up. It's going to take it's going to take something like that, but it still won't work. It still won't work, Rich. It won't, man. It won't work. Okay, kids, for all you Ram hatters, McVay is a coach on a mission, tasted it but never digested Super Bowl with Stafford. Be careful. A Dolphin fan in here talking up for the Rams at Oregon. He lives in L.A., Domber. He lives in L.A. He lives in L.A. Rams ain't doing much this year. Our Mac, okay? What aren't they going to do? Saying the team is bad in June is ridiculous. Tell that to the coaching staff and the 53-man roster. What team? Our team, Daryl? Saying the team is bad in June. We've been bad since forever. We've been bad forever, bro. I'll say we're bad in March, April, May, and June. That's when we're bad. And we are a bad football team until proven otherwise. Until they come on the field in September and then they prove that they're not. You know what I mean? That's the only time. 12 months out of the year, the Detroit Lions are a bad football team. I don't want them to be bad. I don't. But they are. They are a bad football team. They have been for years. They have to prove it now. Now you have, I want to see a little bit of in August. You know what I mean? With these preseason games coming up. Then I want to see it all in September, October, November, December. And hopefully into the playoffs. That's when I want to see it. But until then, we're terrible. We're not only bad, bro. We're terrible. And it has to get better. We have the same offensive line coach. Yeah, Hank Fraley's a beast. He's a beast, Hank Fraley. He's making that O-line good. Country club membership. Is that what he did? I'm saying McVay has an ego problem. Of course he does. They all do, bro. All these head coaches do. Every single one of them does. They all have ego problems, man. There's not one guy that you can actually say in the NFL that doesn't have an ego problem, man. There's not one millionaire athlete that you can say doesn't have an ego problem. There's not one. You know what I mean? They all do. No matter how nice you think they are, or how much money they give for donations, they all have ego problems, bro. Every millionaire athlete does. They all think they're the best. And the coach is the same way. Sean McVay is a spitting image of John Gruden to me. He's a spitting image. He tries to talk like him. He looks like him. And he just tries to be him. John Gruden is the most egotistical human being I've ever heard talking in my life. You know what I mean? But I like Gruden. You know what I mean? But he's full of himself. Completely full of himself. Just like they all are, man. I just think it just comes with the territory. That's what it is. You guys got me hot today, man. Domber, I live in LA and I always loved the Rams since the Bettis days. Tickets were cheap because they sucked. I remember Bettis with the Rams, man. Goff will be fine because Lions will run the ball. I hope they run the ball. And don't forget Campbell's a tight end. He will make these guys work their butts off, dink and dunk, just like Brady has done. That's the plan, man. Run the ball. Run the football, because Jared Goff is not that good of a quarterback, man. That's another. He's okay. Like, he's okay. Like I said, I'll put him around 18 to 20, 22 in that range of a quarterback. I think that's not that bad. I don't think that's that bad at all. But he needs tons and tons of help. He needs tons and tons of help. If he has to throw the football all day, we are in a world of trouble. It's just that simple, man. I don't want to see him winging the football. I don't want to see him dropping back 35, 40 times a game. If that's the case, we're not going to win many football games. We're not going to win a lot of games, man. Our quarterback situation is mediocre to not leaning more towards not so good. That's my opinion. This running game has to work. And if it doesn't work, we are in a lot of trouble. And I don't want to see it like that, man. I'm going to be very upset. I definitely see the Lions with minimum 7 wins. That's just me. I'm not far off. I say 5 to 6. I think the schedule is just tough, and I think the first year is going to be rougher. That's why we got all these picks next year. We can trade some picks, man. We can, we can make some moves with these picks, replenish, build. I think the first 2 years are going to be a little bit rough. This year is going to be really rough. Next year is going to be a bit better. Might win 7-8 games though. I think next year. Way too early to predict though for next year. But I'm just saying. And then 2023, we can start looking at playoffs, man. I think 2023 is when we got to start making the playoffs. 3 years in with your new coaching staff. You're 3 years in. You got yourself down. You probably will. You must have an identity within 3 years. Their identity isn't out there yet. It's not set in stone yet what their identity is. Great show. Mark got a goal line. Goal Lions. Boom. Go Lions, brother. Thanks, C, for stopping in, bro. Look, just my opinion. It's all good, bro. This is what I love, man. Dude, I love – listen, I'm not trying to come off as a prick or nothing like that, man, but I have opinions too, and they're strong. But we don't agree. That's fine. That's completely fine. This wouldn't be fun if we agreed. Like if you said something to me and I just said, that's true. Dead air, right? That's true. There's like nothing I can counter with, man. I'm glad that we can have these discussions. We see it differently. That's fine. I think we all got the same goal in mind, bro, is to win a damn Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We all got a goal in mind, is to create an identity for one. That's the next goal. Create an identity, play tough, play hard, care about your teammates, care about your organization, care about your coaches. I want to see guys. I want to see bro hugs, man. I want to see smiles. You know what I mean? I want to see caring, heart. You know what I mean? And then if wins are added to it, we're already on the right track. You know what I mean? But right now, I think we're on the track. We haven't moved yet, but I think the train is on the track. It's getting ready to go. Before it was derailed. We had the trolley cars all turned over. We weren't in a straight line. Everything was all topsy-turvy. Everything was crazy, man. People missing the train. Everything was messed up. Now the train, I think, is on the tracks, ready to go. It's a building process. We can't build this in a day, man. This is going to take a while. I'd be singing a whole different tune, man, if we had better wide receivers on this team and a better safety unit, safety DB room, just to tell you the truth. I would be. I don't like these, and the linebacker room too. The defense still scares me to death. Man. You got guys playing out of position, and Romeo and Flowers. And then you got a linebacking crew that is ridiculous. We're relying on these two stud D linemen that are rookies. Like, we think these guys are going to be Reggie White and Warren Sapp in year one. It's not fair. It's not really fair. This defense is still a hard work in progress. At least with the offense, I think it's almost done. It's getting more complete. You know what I mean? You got like one or two wide receivers in there. You got a tight end that's phenomenal. You got a great O-line. You got a quarterback that I think's in the 2-year window. It's getting better. It's getting better, though. The D-line, who can say about this D-line that they're completely satisfied with? You know what I mean? We're hoping. We're sitting here with our fingers crossed about this defensive line. We're like this. It's got to work. It's got to work. Linebackers are garbage. The secondary is trash. You know what I mean? We're relying on a D line. That's it, and that's not how you win. That's why I don't think we're going to win many games, man. But it's okay to not think alike. It's okay, brother. Yeah, McVay's starting to look like Patricia. Smartest guy in the room, hires his buddies, the coach, removes team leaders. What's next? Defend a Super Bowl appearance, next interview after a lot. Well, let's see. Let's see what he does, man. Let's see what he does. I don't even know who he hired over there. Hired his buddies? Who? Everyone keeps saying he hired his buddies. I don't know. I'm not sure, Detroit fan, man. Who did he hire over there? I know he lost a couple coaches because they had better opportunities and went elsewhere. Maybe they saw something that we didn't see. Like maybe they did see that the ship was sinking. Maybe they did. All we can do is speculate, man. It's not about leadership, it's about money. Rams learned their lesson. Jared Goff has less turns at this point of both their respective careers. I'm not saying he's Brady. I'm not just saying we give up on quarterbacks too quick. It takes time. But the last 2 years, though, there's a stat out there about Goff and his turnovers. It's like he leads the league in turnovers the last 2 years. You got to remember, Brady has been in the league, bro, for 20 years. Brady's been in the league forever. You know what I mean? So you can't. Brady having less turnovers is an absolute insane stat. You know what I mean? If the guy just doesn't throw a lot of picks, I don't think Brady doesn't fumble the football. Goff's only been in the league for 6 years, so I don't get that stat, man. Manning had 30 interceptions. Yeah. I'm giving him a chance, man. I am giving him a chance. Mark, I would say 2022 Lions playoffs. I hope, but don't underestimate the power of will. Yeah, I know. Campbell's all about the will. I seen that 37-minute video. He willed some things to happen, and it happened. I get it. He's got that hippie mentality, and I'm okay with it, man. Whatever works, that Zen mentality, man. If it works, it works. Lost Bly, Troy Hill, Morgan Fox. I think Troy Hill, I think, was a big miss. Morgan Fox, yeah, he was like backup defensive end. Hey, let's drop the wide receiver. It's 150 pounds instead of a guard or something like that. They don't need a guard. They don't need a guard. I don't think they don't need a guard. That's why they didn't address it. I don't think they addressed that. I think they addressed that. The Tutu Atwell pick was a little bit I totally agree with you. The 150-pound guy, I don't know if he's 150 pounds, man. That was a little bit weird. I thought they would have drafted I thought they were going to go defensive line. It's losing Brockers, losing Morgan Fox back with the backup. They lost a pretty good Hill. Was Troy Hill the safety? I kind of forget. They lost a couple good players. I'm not going to say they didn't lose anybody, man, but they still got a good squad. But we'll see. What's going on, Tyler? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Mark. I say 5 to 9 wins this year. 5 to 9. Yeah, man. I got 5 to 6. I actually made a bet with my buddy Chris Green. I said under 5.5, so they got to win 6 games, and you get 6 games, six or 6.5. Or something like that, and a case of beer. I don't care if I lose a case of beer. I hope they win 10. I hope they win 13. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. And McVay never liked Goff. He's in his quarterback. He did draft him. He inherited him. That's Goff. That shows Goff has a mentality. I don't know if he never liked him. I'm pretty sure he liked him at one. I'm sure he liked him first couple of years he was with him. But the last 2 years, he sure as hell didn't. I know that. McVay did wonders with him, man. His first couple of years. So I don't know how he wouldn't like him. He didn't start liking him, I think, till after he said that stupid thing about his girlfriend in that text. I don't know, man. The never liking him part, I don't know, Randy, but I don't know, bro. Dropping by to show some lias and love and like a great job, buddy. Thank you, Linda Brennan. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, just got off the phone there, Dad. He says Lions go 9-8. Laughing my ass off. Told him 5-12. Love your old man, but please tell him, Marco. Hey, I was the same way, Rich, man. I handed my homework card the last 2 years. I'm still saying 5-12 as well. I say 5-12 as well. There's some pieces I'm nervous about. I'm nervous about these wide receivers. I'm still nervous about Jared Goff and how he's going to handle this adversity of being in Detroit. Saying all the right things, it's all good. I am extremely nervous about this defense still, even though I think we replenished, done some nice things, addition by subtraction, got rid of some bad contracts, some bad players, got younger, got some leadership, and a guy like Brocker's a little bit older, but good leadership. But the D-line is the only one I'm kind of not too concerned about. This linebacking crew is abysmal. This secondary is probably the worst secondary in the NFL. Worst safety unit, that's for sure. Corners, I like the Dunbar pickup, but still. Oru'S, I don't know yet. Okudah, jury's still out with Okudah, even though I think he'll be better this year. I don't think he's hurt now, and he played last year with a ripped groin, so the only way to go for that kid is up. He can't get any worse. If he gets any worse, then we're in big time trouble. There's just too many factors. We're not winning 9 games. We're not winning 9 games, 10 games. If we do, man, it'll be the greatest coaching effort, I think, in the history of the NFL. Because we do have a gang of misfits. We have a gang of misfits across the board on this team. It's not just the wide receivers. There's not one playmaking safety. There's not one playmaker at the corner position. Is there a playmaker at linebacker? Jamie Collins, 31 years old. That's our playmaker? Wow. Defensive line? We're relying on Romeo Okwara, who's moving over to actually outside linebacker. Like, who's the stud except Romeo on defense? You can't name one. So yeah, bro, we're in for a rough year. We're in for a rough year. It's going to take some time. McVay never liked Goff because he did draft him and inherited him. That shows got Fisher to McVay. I like Goff. I don't have a problem with Goff, man. I don't have a problem with Goff, dude. I really, really don't, brother. I don't. Okay, since this team is record all you in here, write the Lions record for 2000. Let's see who wins. Mark, you will be the caretaker of these numbers. I say 8 and 9. You want me to write this stuff down? You want me to write this stuff down? I'll write it down. Hopefully I don't lose this book, though. I'm saying 5-12. I'll write it down for S's and G's. I'll lose this book, though, so we can always go back to this, I guess. Jorge says 8 and 9. Let's see if anybody else is saying. Jorge, no, I'm saying Goff has less turnovers at this point of their career. Brady, okay. That's surprising. That's really shocking. That's really shocking because Goff cannot hold on to the football whatsoever the past few years. That's shocking to me. You only need 2 off-ball linebackers. Yeah. And who are they? Jelani Tavai, Jamie Collins, who's 31. Yeah. Well, Derek Barnes, hopefully. You know what I mean? And Alex Anzalone. Come on, man. We don't even have 2 off-ball good linebackers. Collins is okay. That's it. Barnes is still a question mark. Anzalone is not that good. Tavai, he lost 30 pounds. So hopefully he can do something. No one is saying we're going to win 12 games. Absolutely not. No, man. If they do, bro, they need to be drug tested. Rams will eventually fall apart. You can't keep going through trades. Their draft will catch up with them. I don't agree, bro. Todd, I just don't agree with that, man. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. It's bad that they haven't, that their drafts have been crazy like that. But this year, I think, was their worst draft in a long while. They were doing well, and they have Brad Holmes there helping out Les Snead. Les Snead is a good GM, though. You know what I mean? He'll get it right. He'll get it right, I think. I don't think they're going to fall apart. I don't know, man. If Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey leave, sure. Then I totally agree with you. John Johnson. Lost him, too. It don't take 3 years to build a culture. No, it takes a couple of years to build a culture, though. It takes at least a couple of years. But I think in 3 years they're gonna make the playoffs. Like, not this year, not next, 2023. 3 years. That's my opinion. Building a culture, yeah, that doesn't take us that long. They can get that built in a year, actually. Richard Segan said 5-12. Yeah, for S's and G's, guys, this is fun. Why not? 5-12. Dad, 9-8. My dad said. Travis Doyle with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. My man, Travis Doyle, 10-6. I hope Travis Doyle's right, man. I really do, bro. And I hope you give me an I told you so. I really do. That's starting to, Todd. Barnes and Anzalone. Yeah. We don't know anything about Barnes yet, brother. We don't know how good Anzalone is. Not that special. Collins is nothing special. Tavai is nothing special. You know what I mean? They're just, we need linebackers, man. Anzalone is not the answer. He's not. He's not that good. I think if that kid would have stayed healthy at Florida, I think he would have been better, though. But he's got shoulder problems, man, and so he's not that good anymore. I think he plays scared. He doesn't play like he did at Florida, because he was good at Florida, man, until he hurt himself. He ruined that shoulder, wrecked it. And then I think it messed up his play. It messed up his play a lot, man. 9 drinks. Got this all written down, guys. 9 drinks, hashtag Lions. 11-6. Woo! My man. Yeah, I said Holmes was making those picks. Yeah, he was I think he was taking over the draft the last 3-4 years. 5? I don't remember. It's good. Kool-Aid and cornbread. Kool-Aid and cornbread. Cornbread got a 9-8. 9-8 only if Rogers leaves. Well, you got to tell me, bro. I got to put you down. Super Ginger. Todd Super Ginger. 8-9. Why not, man? Yep. We got a few players. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to put mine. Me. 5-12. Anybody run wonders? Oops. 5-12. Me. Okay. 5-12. 5-12. It should be fun, man. Okay. Kool-Aid Corbett says, my bad, 9-8. Okay, I'm going to change you up, buddy. I got you at 9-8, my man. Oh, shit. 9-8, brother. Kool-Aid and cornbread. 9-8. Oh, wait. I messed that up. 8 and 9. Todd Super Junior. You're 9-8. There you go. Gotcha. One Pride 40, my man. Remember, brother, it's never personal, eh? It's never personal, my brother. It's never personal. I just get fired up, man. I just love talking. I love talking sports. One Pride 47-10. Okay. I like that prediction. I still say 5-6. 5-6 wins. I if they can get more than that, then I'll be like, man, you know what? This team is really onto something, man. 5-12. Don't put money on that, Mark. You will lose. Well, now that you told me that, now I'm going to put money on it. Now I'm going to put money on it, Jorge. I'm definitely putting money on that. I just don't see the eight teams. What 6 wins do you guys see? What's up, Martel Melton? What's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining the chat. Been doing it for almost 2 hours. I'm going to stop at 2 hours, bro. 10 more minutes. Smart minds think alike. Oh, yeah. You guys. Todd Super Ginger, there you go. Cheers. Oh, guys. Man, I wish I could get on. I wish I could get on that board, man, where they're going to win more than 5-6 games. If Rodgers somehow, like, I don't think he's going to retire, somehow sits out, then I think for sure they'll win 6. For sure they'll win 6. I'm counting this with Rodgers still in the league. That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Rich. Go Habs, brother. Another half an hour, right? Half hour, 9 o'clock? Or is it 8 o'clock start? I don't even know. I think it's 9. They're in Vegas. And they beat the 49ers. Woo! One Pride 40. They beat the 49ers. I might get on board. Man. It's going to be a tough defense. It's going to be a good matchup. That D-line versus that O-line, that's going to be a great, great matchup, man. It's going to be a great, great matchup. They got some killers on defense, though, man. They got some killers on defense. Oof. Killer linebackers, good secondary, phenomenal defensive line. If we can somehow get to be honest, man, I hope Trey Lance starts that game because I don't think he's going to be ready. I don't think he's going to be ready, but I guess he's given every opportunity to win that starting spot over Jimmy Garoppolo. I would almost rather Trey Lance start that game because I just think he's raw. I think he's very raw. I think Jimmy G will be smart with the football. Just be a dink and dunk all day. There's not one linebacker, not one safety. There's not going to be one safety or linebacker that's going to be able to cover George Kittle. Not one. Not one. Who's going to cover Kittle in that game? One Pride. Who's going to cover him? That D-line better play like they're possessed if they have any chance of beating that team. Because whoever quarterback in that team, all they got to do is look for George Kittle because there's not one linebacker on our team that can cover him. And there's not one safety that can do it either. And who's going to stop guys like who? Yeah. Who's going to stop their wide receiving core? Who they got, man? Who those 2 kids they got, those beasts? Can't even think of their names right now. They have a good running game too, man. They brought over Wayne Gallman from the Giants, man. We're going to get a lot of playing time. Great running back. Wow, they still got some good running back. They got a decent O-line. The O-line's not the greatest, though. They did lose their guard. They did lose their starting guard. Skule, or something like that. They did lose him for the year. Their left or right guard. I forget what his name is. How are you doing taking advantage of my old man, Rich? Okay, your dad just bet me the Lions win more than the Tennessee Titans. God, I love that guy. Easy money. Oh, my God. Why would he make that bet? I'm taking advantage of my dad, bro. That's not cool, man. Chicago, 2 for sure. Green Bay, 1. Viking, 2. There's 5 there. Oof. Okay. Oh, Jorge, man. Jorge. Okay, then okay, let's say they do that, which they're not gonna. Let's say they do that, Jorge, which they're not going to. I'll bet heavy money on that. You want to bet me on that, bro? Oh. No, you know what? I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet. I don't want to bet that the Lions are going to lose. I don't want to. I'm already betting that they're not going to win more than 6 games, and it's only a case of beer. I'm not going to bet that they're going to lose. I don't want to do that. But there's no way on earth they win 5 games in the North. I really hope they surprise us. So do I. I think they'll sweep Chicago. They might, but I don't think they will. They'll win 1 game. I got them winning 1 game versus each team in the North. Split. I always kind of do that. I knew it was a split. If anything, the team they could sweep, it might be Chicago. It might be. I still think Chicago's a little bit better, even though their quarterback situation's trash. If it's Fields, though, over Dalton, I like Fields better than Dalton. If the Lions start 1-0, the bandwagon going to be overloaded with knee biters. Oh, dude, it would be uncontrollable. It'll be uncontrollable. I just bet me. Niners, Packers, week 2. If no Aaron Rodgers, I could see it. Bengals, okay. I see the Bengals. Bears on Thanksgiving. Okay, I agree with that. I don't think they'll beat the Cardinals. Maybe the Broncos. Yeah, they'll probably beat the Broncos. And maybe the Eagles. So I got Bengals there. For sure I got Bengals, Broncos, and Eagles. Not sure about the Eagles, though. Bengals for sure. Broncos, yeah, they'll beat the Broncos. They'll beat the Eagles. I mean, they'll beat the Broncos. They'll beat the Bengals. Maybe the Bears, 3. I got 3 for sure out of that. Falcons and Eagles. Yeah, Falcons might be a win. I don't know about the Eagles, though, bro. I don't know about the Eagles. They're not that good, but I don't know if we'll beat them. We might, though. The Bengals are garbage. Yeah. I just don't see anything over 6 wins. I'm still at 5 wins, 5 to 6. At best will be 6. So I don't know, man. There's my 8 for Jorge. There's Jorge's 8, man. You got him sweeping Chicago, and you got him sweeping Minnesota. I don't know why you got him sweeping Minnesota. I don't know why you think Minnesota's so bad. Minnesota's not even that bad. They're not special, but I don't think they're that bad. We always have trouble against Minnesota. Dalvin Cook is a lion killer, dude. A lion killer. You know what I mean? You and Aaron Jones or Green Bay, man. Kills us. Every running back in Chicago kills us. I don't know, man. You guys got pictures of Kool-Aid, man, that you guys are literally dumping all over yourselves. Vikings always know how to lose. So do we, my man. So do we, bro. And so do we. I hope it changes. Man. This was fun, guys. It was good. We're going on 2 hours. Going on 2. Winter City Park. I'm worried about the Ravens game. I'm worried about the Ravens game too. I'm worried about what Lamar Jackson's going to do to us on the ground. Not worried about his quarterbacking skills, but that defense is still pretty good. And Jackson on the ground is a force. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see what happens there, bro. Really interesting. Now, we're a work in progress. Well, yeah, that would just be that'd be completely gargling Kool-Aid, 100%. I just think I think Kool-Aid. I think Kool-Aid drinking is saying. I don't think 7, 8 wins is Kool-Aid drinking, but just saying that we're gonna. I think Jorge is a little bit here though, man, with the sweeping the Vikings. I think that's a little bit ridiculous, and I don't think we'll sweep Chicago just yet, even though I don't think they're that great. But I think they're better than us. That's why I got us at least just going 3-3. Don't forget Dan Campbell and Chris Spielman. Well, Chris Spielman doesn't play football no more, bro. He doesn't play, and neither does Dan Campbell. He's the coach, man. Dan Campbell's the coach. Then I think he's going to be a good one. I think he's building the right way. Him and his boy, B. Holmes. But I want to see how they put it out on the field yet, man. I hope I'm wrong, fellas. I really do. I really hope I'm wrong, man. I just think anything over 6 wins is just unattainable, man. I just don't think it happens, man. I just don't see it. Not just yet. I think it could, and I think it could soon. I think we will see it eventually. Just not this year. Just not this year, man. But it was good, guys. If you guys got anything else, let it go now, because I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to go, man, hang out with the family. Hockey game's on in about half an hour. Go Montreal Canadiens. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. Thanks for coming in the chat. Videos coming out every other day, mostly. Go check out Orum's Forum. Go check out the Infinite Sports Network as well, too, guys. Go over there. If you haven't already subscribed, go subscribe to the Infinite Sports Network. We do everything over there, man. It's not even really Lions stuff that much anymore. Mike drops his streams on there, though. I've been doing Giants content a little bit over there. I've been doing mainly Giants content. I did a fantasy football thing over there. But yeah, man, everybody else, Grid does everything. Grid does it all. Does NFL news pretty much. Troxel, NFL news. TA, Noble Sports. He does NFL news as well. A lot of Arizona stuff, Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, man. Streams getting dropped over there by Trox too as well. So good, man. Go check it out over on Infinite Sports Network, man. It's cool. Mark, they have the right attitude. And that's all you need for your guys getting into the program. Cheers, Mark. Have a good one. See you soon. Thanks, buddy. I hope you're right, man, Jorge. I do like the direction we are going. I'm not going to fight you on that one. Having the Vikings beat us 7 straight, I hardly consider them a rival. But kids have attended high school since we've beaten them. Yeah, man. They beat us up, man. They beat us up all the time. E, what's up? Missed the stream, but I'll be watching it, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Keep it up. Sorry I'm going, bro. I gotta go hang out with the fan jam. My little girl has been probably wondering where I am. She wants to see her daddy. All right, guys, it was awesome. Love getting into it. Love getting heated. It's all in good love, man. It's all in good fun. Nobody ever take it serious, like as a personal attack. You know what I mean? Because I don't. I might sound like I do. I'm just passionate. I just love it, guys. Thanks a lot. Love you guys, man. I don't know what's going on for Necessary Roughness tomorrow with Troxel. Not sure he's doing it yet. Keep it tuned. We might be doing Necessary Roughness. Don't know what's going on with Micro Mike. I think he's on vacation this week, so he won't be around for OPP. But don't say it's 100%. I'm not too sure yet. But see you guys next Tuesday, 6:30, guys. Thanks a lot. Orum's Forum out. Oh.